Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Mexico City. For today's daily challenge, we will get double road tiles and... Game, we're in Mexico. You can't give me no tunnels in Mexico City. That's mean. That's the rocks. There's rocks. These big piles of them. They're tall. How do you think we as a species conquered the big tall pile of rocks? It's not like we went over them. We did not go around. We went through the rocks with tunnels. Well, I suppose the good news is we'll have plenty of time to agonize over Wordle and Time Guesser, because I don't think this is going to go well, playing Mexico City with no tunnels. It doesn't strike me as a good time. Alright, we're going to go up, and I don't know why we're bothering to go over this tree. Goodbye, tree. You get bulldozed. That's it. We'll take out our frustrations by bulldozing trees. Bring these two pinks over to here. Realize immediately that I've screwed up. Toss that pink back down there. Slide this pink in like so. Okay. All of this makes ever so slightly more sense now. Oh, for God's sakes. A public service announcement from your dear friend, the _Goog. The Super Meat Boy franchise is on such a ridiculous discount that I briefly considered buying it on Steam. It's like $8 for every Super Meat Boy game. And then I realized that I already own Super Meat Boy on the PlayStation, and that's all the Super Meat Boy games I care about. And I don't even care that much about Super Meat Boy. Like, y'all have been observers of this channel and general peekers into my life for a while now. How often have you seen the _Goog mention Super Meat Boy? But if you've never played a very good challengey, platformy type game, Super Meat Boy is like $4 on Steam right now. This has been a public service announcement from your dear friend, the _Goog. Ow! Stretch. 80 road tiles is real tempting, but given that we're getting double, like, yeah, we'll take the 2 traffic lights. We already get up to 82 spare road tiles. I think we're good. Hey, you know what would go down real smooth right here is if I could take these beiges and run them here and just go through this big old rock. We just go through the rock. Game? No? All right, fine. Given that we can't go through the rock, the only logical conclusion then is that we must draw a roundabout. So we'll put a roundabout right here, and we'll do that. God. No tunnels in Mexico City. Honestly. That won an Oscar, didn't it? No tunnels for Mexico City. Got Javier Bardem with a stupid haircut. Drinking people's milkshakes. This all sounds familiar. All right, now, minor problem. Well, a somewhat less substantial problem now is this this purple deal. I'm trying to see if there's a way that we can maintain 1B, 1R coming out of the roundabout here, and would you believe it, there is. There actually, factually is. It just involves a truly stupid road. But if we do this, we manage to keep the purples and the beiges almost entirely separated. We also build one of the stupider looking roads you'll ever see, but you know, details. Speaking of details, oh my god. Well, listen, friends, this run was doomed from the beginning, so I don't want to hear I don't want any guff about building a fucking rat-wike here. We're just taking what the game has given us, by which I mean, actually, we can't sneak through there, can we? I thought we could sneak through, like if we lifted the beige and lowered the greens, there would create a tile's worth of space, and we could have a road that goes off and does that. Turns out we can't. So we'll just go back to doing this. I guess. It will have to be fine. Or we could do a legitimately smart thing. Hold on. Maybe a legitimate smart thing is the thing we should be doing instead. What if you and, this one yellow house went through sorry about that, one yellow house. You take motorway number 1, hop, skip, and a jump over this way, and we will minimize the amount of exposure to terrible roundabout nonsense, I guess. Hey. No tunnels in Mexico City. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Grumble and complain. That's what we've done today. We have grumbled and we have complained. And that's nice. Say, I have a question. As a person who has never watched this television program and yet has been being served clips of it on YouTube Shorts over the past few weeks, how fucking long was The Walking Dead on television? Because, sometimes I see a clip of The Walking Dead, and it's this fresh-faced, clean-cut cop and his buddies in the zombie apocalypse, and then I see the same dude with long, scraggly hair and a beard looking like he's been through a mountain of shit for a decade. And I understand that it's a television show about the post-apocalypse and all that, but also, gentleman seems to have aged quite a bit. It's almost as if this television program was popular and successful and long-running. I'm not even certain that it can be referred to in the past tense. Is The Walking Dead still a thing? Hey, Gabe, you know what would go down real smooth right now? Is if I could take these 2 pages and just drill a fucking hole through the fucking rock. So yeah, my YouTube algorithm has been feeding me a lot of The Walking Dead lately, which, okay. There are worse things it could be feeding me, I guess. It could be reminding me just how bad I was going to say the early seasons of Once Upon a Time, but then I remembered that the early seasons are the better seasons, so... Anyway, there are worse things than The Walking Dead that could come across one's not quite for you page. One's YouTube Shorts home indicator thingy. You know what I mean. Alright, so problem. Well, I want to incorporate these beiges down here, and I don't think there's a good way to do that, so we're going to have to come up with a bad way to do that. And the bad way I've decided to do that is we're going to build a PCTL right here for this purple and this beige. These are going to swing down here. We go off that away, and then it is off to here with you. And if we can draw the diagonal line straight, that would be just amazing. We'll put another PCTL right here. So the beiges come through, hit the roundabout, go off this away, have a PCTL, and they either go down to the southwest over to this business, or they go straight through and wind up here. Either way should be fine. No notes. Also, hey look, orange things. Okay, well, actually that's not the worst thing in the world, just because we can toss a roundabout in there at this point. We can get the oranges to go up here to this roundabout, and that'll just sort of be okay. And we can run this beige down this way, give it its own spur. We're basically running, I don't even want to know, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses worth of traffic exclusively through this roundabout. This seems real bad. 5 businesses worth of traffic having to go through one in exactly one roundabout seems great. Seems real good. I expect nothing but joy and success to come of this partnership. Oh boy. Okay. So, while we're dealing with that, we also now have the fun of this purple business. And honestly, this purple business, not the worst business. We can just toss a PCTL right there. That'll be okay. Additionally, I think we can make this a little bit we can make this a little bit better. Only a little bit. But, well, I mean, we can peel the biggest problem out of it. Like, the moment any of these businesses gets busy, I think the whole thing falls apart. But what definitely happens is the moment this pink circle decides it's angry, the whole thing falls apart. Unless we were to draw, say, a wonderful little motorway. If we have ourselves a wonderful little motorway, then we might just be okay. So we'll do this, and we definitely won't have a motorway go over mountains or nothing. You can't have motorways that go over mountains here in Mini Motorways. Anyway, we'll manage to pull the pinks out of the roundabout, which is a legitimately excellent thing to do. As for everything else, well, details. Let's see here. I might be able to finagle this in such a way that the oranges don't have to go through the roundabout, actually. Like, if you just go there, you go right there, and then we have a PCTL right here. That's better, question mark? It certainly takes more heat off of the roundabout, which is what we're trying to do here. Like, we're kind of pot committed at this point to this central roundabout, but that doesn't mean we have to love it, right? That doesn't mean we have to lean every piece of weight we have on it. We can get a little creative like here. I legitimately don't know if it's better for everybody. It's probably better to have this PCTL just to make sure that we don't get things caught in the roundabout, because we've seen many, many times before that a roundabout can be a choke point, and when a roundabout is a choke point, well, there's a reason they call things choke points. Anyway, this beigeness over here is totally fine. We've got a motorway. I don't think anything desperately needs to be peeled off. Like, it's tempting to try to isolate this purple business. I could grab these two purple houses, say. Actually, I could grab like 3 of these purple houses because we've got purple back up over here. I could grab... oh, boy. Oh, okay. Well. Alright. Well, shit's about to get interesting on the beige front. You go off there. Let's have you come up here, over there, and grab that like so. I almost wonder if the 4 of these can just service this beige circle. Because if they can, that would be mucking of phasing. But, okay, actually, hold on. Wait a second. We've just got a whole bunch of beiges to spawn. We totally can here. We are going to reduce our dependency on this roundabout little by little. This is actually going to work, sort of. For some definition of work. Okay. Next, while we're here, just going to reroute motorway number 1 so that these 3 southern yellows go off in service of it. And these 4 yellows here can serve this business. Okay. Okay. Listen, friends, we're getting there. Project Road Eliminatey, or whatever we want to call this, is moving at pace. I know there have been times when I've built a horrendous roundabout and then slowly over the course of the run dismantled it for the betterment of the run. I don't know that I've ever done a roundabout as stupid and enormous as this one was that wound up being fully eliminated. But hey, Hasn't been fully eliminated yet. Probably won't be. We were rewarded for hanging on to the motorway that became motorway number 3. Like, that could have been a much bigger problem. Also, speaking of things that could have been problems and Project Road Eliminatey. Project Road Eliminatey, I guess, is the title of the episode, given how often I've been fucking saying it, but I don't feel great about that. Anyway. So motorway number 3 sends these oranges up here to this business. These 3 newly spawned oranges can come down here, which extricates this orange business from the roundabout. These beiges over here are in service of this beige circle. That's fine. I have 3 traffic lights. Give me another roundabout. We'll take that. Okay. We're zooming, sort of. Not necessarily in love with nothing, but oh, hi. Erg. This green down here being a circle. It's a high candidate for future motorway, is what that is, because we're gonna need something to deal with that, and we've got all of the green support for it up here. So yeah, I don't necessarily see a great awesome plan to get greens going up that way. You over here are probably fine. We're going to take motorway number 3, toss it into the western entrance. And then I think we're going to reroute motorway number 2 to be over here. Sorry about that, tree. We're going to pull motorway number 2 away from this massive pink clump. And we're going to send, like, these 6 pinks here into the eastern end of this double plaza. So this business will still have 6 houses supporting it. This business will have 6 houses supporting it. This green circle, you remember this green circle that I said would eventually be a problem? Yeah, it's a problem. These pinks are kind of okay. Give me a motorway. Great. Now it's time to save the greens. And we will save the greens by doing this. We're going to run all of these down here into here. We're going to chop this road entirely, actually, because I do want to supplement this green circle. We might as well give you an extra house while we're renovating and improving. Motorway number 4 swings down just like that, and now we have 8 greenhouses servicing this green circle. That should be fine. This pink circle got mad because it was being, frankly, horrendously misused and undersupported and treated poorly, and now it's better. This beigeness is a circle now, which is fine, I guess. I don't love it. Just because it puts more heat on both of these roundabouts. Actually, hold on. I think I might have just seen a way to eliminate this traffic light. I don't know if that's really important, honestly. But I could do... Not even going to pause for this, but we could draw like a weird and wibbly road that comes along and does this. If we draw a weird and wibbly road that does exactly that, the decision point for purples as to whether they're going... Okay, I bet this beigeness thinks it's being a real stinker. Like, I bet it thinks it's ruining my plans for everything, and it is not, so... You're cute, you little beige thing. You swing over to here. Discord. Man. Discord and OBS decided to talk together a little bit better. And by better, I mean they broke the one integration that Discord and OBS had, which was that Discord goes into don't fucking touch anything mode the moment you open OBS. That was good and smart. Streamer mode was a thing for years, and then for some god-awful reason, the reason is Discord is trying to maximize monetization because capitalism. For some god-awful reason, Discord and OBS stopped working together in the one way anyone needs them to. Arg. So anyway, this beige square over here will be serviced by these 4 businesses. That's just totally fine. As I previously said, ow, itchy. Let's take a third roundabout. We just saved ourselves a traffic light, so, oh boy. Hey, you remember when I moved the decision point for the purples from somewhere over that away to right here in this roundabout? And then you remember pretty much immediately after that when this purple went circular? Yeah, we're kind of in trouble now. Wait. These are the 3 best purple spawns I've ever seen in my life. Hold on. We gotta do stuff. This pink needs to come swoopy up over to here. We need to chop that road. That needs to go in there. Okay. By doing that, we have freed up this corridor here. This corridor here will come and approach this purple business from the north. This purple business being approached from the north means that this very long, wibbly, windy bullshit road, which we just drew and everyone was in love with, is now toast. It is now dead, former asphalt. Cool. We then take these 1, 2, 3 purples right here, and we run them through this teeny tiny little gauntlet. These 3 purple houses service this business. All of these purples are now dedicated to this business. Hopefully, well, first of all, hopefully we don't fucking die before this comes in and matters. Second, hopefully, only having one business to serve means less heat on the roundabout. Less heat on the roundabout means less death for everything. Does that seem reasonable? It seems like I've got a decent idea going. You go over that away. You should point west, not north. Okay. This business has caught up. This is still a major choke point, so we still got problems. Like, we definitely still have problems here. Yeah, we're basically leaning two circles worth of crap on this roundabout. So, oh, speaking of circles of crap and roundabouts, hi. You're a beige circle of crap. Don't love you. I do think, however, that we can deal with you, specifically by doing this and then turning that X, presto changeo, into a rounded about, like so. You go into there. These oranges will actually swing in this way. You might as well have a few more of you do that. There. All of these oranges come serve this thing. Should be okay. Now, how are we doing southerly? Bad? It seems as though we're doing bad. Interesting. Here I was thinking we had done well. Oh well. We're going to grab these 2 greens, peel them off of this, send them into that. Hold on, friend. Why are you mad? No, I'm sorry. You're a square business with 5 houses and a straight shot solo dedicated motorway. You don't get to be mad about stuff. Like, of all the businesses on the fucking map, this one right here has, like, the least justification for being mad about stuff. I don't get it. I don't approve. I think you need to look again, friend. Wonder, ask yourself if this is truly what you want in life. To be a little shit bastard like this. Do you truly wish to be a little shit bastard like this? Because you're presently being a little shit bastard like this. You point south. You get on the map. Are you going to die? Is that what's happening here? Are you dying? I think you're fine. I think you've actually calmed down. This orange over here has gone circular, which means we are once again relying two circle businesses on a roundabout, which seems like a poor choice. It seems ill-advised to me. Speaking of things that seem ill-advised to me, we've got this nonsense still. Actually, maybe the thing to do is to pull these two beiges in this way. This friend is basically doing fine, but this one over here could use a little less death. Oh, man. I did say that not having tunnels in Mexico City would be the thing that kills us, and, well, it probably isn't great when you build a complementary rat-like, because... Okay. 2,334 commuters sure is a number, and that's about all that can be said for it. It doesn't feel great, to be honest with you. On the other hand, it's top 10 in the world, and Sam wasn't doing anything today in terms of a score because it was his sister's birthday yesterday. So, by default, we dropped those GGs in the chat. Good job, Goog. Well done, glory and victory and triumph for me. I am the one who has won today. All right, let us bring in our very close acquaintance, Mr. the Wordle. Hello, Mr. the Wordle. You are a video game. We play you on the internet. The word of the day is olive, because why not? There are no letters from olive in this word. Great. The word of the day is quash, obviously. No, it's not going to be a QU word. Well, fine. You butt. What about radio? No, it can't be radio. There's no I or O. So that's perhaps a poor choice. It can't be parse because there's no S. It can't be... Also, there's no E, so that's another pretty good reason. What about awful? Nope, there's no U and no L. Awful, turns out, would be a pretty awful guess. Great, ironically, would not be a great guess. It would also be bad because there's no E, and we know that okay. What about... it can't be brand because we know that the third letter isn't A, which is a problem because that is stuck in my head. Unfortunate. What about Randy? Could absolutely be Randy. It's not. But okay. So it's probably a 4-letter word with a Y tucked on the end of it. Like talkie. No, that's a 6-letter, isn't it? Like Fanny, except there's no N. So, like Batty, except there's no D. So, like Fangy, except again there's no N. Dang it. I almost said like Tangy, but then I realized that there was no N. Okay. Like Gappy. People got really concerned when they wanted to cross the southwest of Arizona. They came to a particular hole in the world, and it was rather gappy. No? Okay, fine. Tacky. It could be tacky. I saw that green tea, and I got just so very, very excited. And now, it could be Tammy? I know that's a person's name. Could be Tabby, like a tabby cat. It could totally be Tabby, right? It could be Tabby. It's not Tabby. It was Taffy, like the chewy confectioner's treat. All right. Well, good job, I guess. Wordle bastards. All right, so this is probably in Las Vegas as we hop into Time Guesser here. So we're somewhere in Las Vegas. Can we figure out when, based on the shirtage here? Apparently we're in Hawaii. I thought we were in Las Vegas. And this guy's shirt says Pony written in pink, which I think means that they're waiting for a Chappell Roan concert. So this is Las Vegas 2025, right? We've got the Pink Pony Club and okay. Man, so this is like early 80s, I think. I'd believe like 1982. Yeah. 1982, 1977. All right. So let's see here. Wait, this is Germany. That's France. So we go into Paris, and we just kind of go central for a while, and then we find the Tour Eiffel. We could try to figure out exactly which way we're facing and all of that, but no, I think we're just going to sort of pick one, and we're going to say that we're about here in about 1982. This all seems reasonable to me. We were, in fact, on the other side of the river, so almost a full kilometer away in 1981. I'd take it. Hi there. Is that Joe or Vlad? I think that's Joe. Hi, Joe. So this is Joe. It's Christmas time. Unfortunately, it's not a when in the year are we, but a when year in times. Hold on. That doesn't make sense. If I was a person who recognized flags, this would probably be helpful. But hey, I'm a person who probably recognized... Wait, no. No, that's not Joe. Joe had a mustache. Well, this guy has a mustache, but like Joe had a mustache and dark hair. This guy just has the little goatee and is bald. Is that Vlad? Interesting. Okay. That would be a little more modern if that was Vlad. All right, we're going to say that's Vlad. It's Rage Jazzy's vampire puppet, Vlad. Everyone remembers Vlad. It's been a while since I saw Vlad. It's been a while since we rated or shouted out Rage Jazzy, for that matter. Everybody go follow Rage Jazzy if you're not already. You should definitely be following Rage Jazzy. Much more good and successful streamer person than your friend the _ Hold on. Why am I zooming in on this side? I'm not going to be able to read it. It says Nabnanor, except it doesn't. I don't know what it actually says. We're going to assume it says Nabnanor. Oh, God. All right. So, yeah, there's no years or nothing here. This is probably Vlad. All right. Well, we're just going to assume that this is in the town that was named for him after the town that was named for Joe and then became the town that was named for Pete. Like this town over here has just been named for dudes for pretty much its entire existence. So we're gonna say that we're here in the outskirts of the town that's named for Pete, which was formerly named for Vlad. When would it have been named for Vlad? Like the 70s? Man, I don't feel good about putting this in the 70s. Here, actually, let's not touch the year at all. No, it was 1970. Okay. Also, that's Bulgaria. If I was a person who recognized flags, would have helped a lot. Fucking Bulgaria, I should know, just because I'm aware of the professional wrestler Rusev, and he's Bulgarian, and he has a Bulgarian flag on his trunks and all of that. Oh well. Hi there, confusing street. Good morning, Clancy. So we have an obelisk, but also we've got other things here. So this is something Norte and taxis and okay. So maybe Spain? Maybe Mexico? Couldn't be like Italy, could it? Cathedral a Congreso de Tucumán. So this is the Tucumán Cathedral of Congress. That doesn't necessarily help much. What does this sign say? Blurry nonsense. Got it. Okay. So we've got a sign that has blurry nonsense. Buenos Aires. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Well, that's a helpful little taxi van. Thank you, helpful taxi van. All right, so we're probably in Buenos Aires. As to the when of this, wonderful question. Don't see, obviously we got a whole bunch of cars, so, you know, narrows it somewhat, but I don't see any, like, dead giveaways, as in, you know, Chapel Roan coming to Buenos Aires June 4th or anything like that. It does seem very modern, but, like, you could tell me that this was 2010 and I'd believe you. You could tell me that it was yesterday and I'd say, why did you have such a yellow filter on, my guy? Because it's very yellow and hazy. You know what? This photo is shot like a movie trying to tell people that it's set in Mexico. I don't know if it's just hazy in Buenos Aires on this day, but I think you might need to white balance your camera, my guy. Now, with that having been said, I don't know. Actually, I said 2010, and the more I'm looking, it's like, yeah, it could be 2010. I don't see, like, any modern electric vehicles or anything. Like, no, you know, this is fairly old. This back here, like, these kind of cars here, you could be getting even into the very late 20th century, but I don't think with the other cars that are around, I think it's just these are, you know, some well-maintained old cars that happen to be around. Like, they were making cars that looked like this for well into the 2000s. All right, fine. We've been here too long. We're in Buenos Aires, and we're going to say it's 2010. It seems entirely possible. Cat just started tearing something to shreds. What was it? Shrug. World may never know. We're going to say that we are on the Avenida de las Velez, because why not? And it's 2010. It's 2011. Okay. I'll take it. We're happy with that score. Round 4. All right. We got folks on bikes. Neat. Over here, we zoom in. Tram Kiem Soa something 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 third control station. Okay. That says Ganghu Phoenicians. Unlikely. Hi, Sam. I enjoyed victory by default in the daily challenge of mini motorways. Let's see here. What about trainage-wise here? Trainage-wise here, oh, hi. Hi, possibly meaningful star in a red circle. That's a possibly meaningful star in that red circle. So we've got motorized bikes of some stripe. We've got generally Asian-y personages. Okay. If I was a person who recognized license plates, this would be immensely helpful. I didn't even know there was is there a flag here? I didn't even see a flag here. If only I was a person who recognized, like, the concept of flags. Who looked at an object and said, yes, flag. I guess I would be an NFL referee then if I looked at a thing and said, flag. One of the symbols I saw was based on the flag. Hi there, meaningful star in a red circle. Hold on. Oh, we got meaningful star in a red circle. We've got this text here, which might be Korean, maybe. And we've got This over here, which might be Soul, maybe. So, I don't love it. Could that say Nam? Could this be Gangnam? That's like a neighborhood of Tokyo, isn't it? Oh, that feels like a great number of stretches, actually. I don't feel good about that. These bikes look too modern for the rest of the photo. Like, were they really making motorized bicycles like this in what otherwise looks like basically the... Well, I was going to say it basically looks like the 1950s, and it sort of does, except for this chick. Like, I don't want to make any vast sweeping statements about a society based on one person's outfit or anything, but there ain't no fucking way that no lady in Korea was dressing like this in 1950 goddamn 5. That's not fucking happening. So, I think we need to toss another, like, literally 37 years onto my guess here. So we're going to say that we're in 1992 in... Fuck it, we're in Seoul. At a certain point, you just have to say fuck it. And at this particular point, we have said, let's at least find a railroad crossing. Can we find a railroad crossing in Seoul? I mean, probably. Seems like there would be a few of those. Fuck it, sounds difficult. Seoul, Korea, 1992? Haiphong, Vietnam, 2003. Okay. If you see an Asian country with a script that features our alphabet, it's Vietnam. That's probably a decent rule of thumb there, Sam. Goddamn imperialism. All right, so we got a bear and a beetle, which seems about right. But we're also being welcomed to Winnipeg, which is in Manitoba. So we know where we are. The when of where we are is perhaps a little bit more. I'm sorry. It's a very funny bear. All right. Do we have any real hints? I mean, we've got Volkswagen Beetles, which narrows it a little bit. We've got generally black and white photography. We've got these other vehicles. This is another one where I don't particularly feel inclined to move the year. So, yeah, all right. We're just outside Winnipeg, Manitoba in 1964. Which one of these is Manitoba? Manitoba's like here, right? That was sort of right. So we're just outside of Winnipeg. If we're being welcomed to Winnipeg, we're probably a little bit outskirty. So we're at Deacon's Corner. We're in Navan. Could we be in North Transcona? I have no idea. We're going to be right here. It's going to be 1964. We were, in fact, right over here in 1969. Okay. All right. 37,172 would have done better if not for the whole wrong Europe and wrong Asia. 3 of these dots are very close to the dots, but, we'll take that. It's fine. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Nationals, Royals, Pirates, Atlantans, Dudes What Played Left Field, and Dudes What Belted 30 Dingers. All right. Ow. My knee. An Atlantan who hit 30 home runs in a season is Larry Wayne Jones. A Pittsburgh Pirate who accomplished the feat is name a marginally good Canadian Pittsburgh Pirate. It's Jason Bay. He was very good in his time, but like on a historical level, you could very easily tell the story of professional baseball and omit Jason Bay. It wouldn't be complete, but you could do it. A dude who played left field and hit 30 home runs in a season is... The Red Sox ever stick Mookie Betts in left? The Dodgers have probably stuck Mookie Betts in left, but it's like... By the time Mookie Betts got to the Dodgers, if he was ever playing the outfield, it would have been right or center. Oh, man. Mookie Betts is probably a dude who's played left field and hit 30 home runs in a season, but I don't feel great about it. So we're going to do something else. Gary Sheffield is a dude who played left field and also hit 30 home runs in a season. A dude who played left field for the Washington Nationals is Adam Dunn. I think they might have tried Ryan Zimmerman in left field one time, and I think it went real bad. But I could be wrong about that. A dude who played left field for the Kansas City Royals is Dave of Christ. A dude who played for the Royals and Atlantans is R.A. Dickey? I think R.A. Dickey was a Royal and an Atlantan. I'm incorrect. Also, Mookie Betts never played left field, so good job avoiding that pitfall, Goog. Sad times. So, a dude who played for the Atlantans and Nationals is a wonderful question, honestly. Dude who played for the Nationals and Pirates, I'm sure there are some of them. Dude who played for the Pirates and Royals is another fine inquisition, it must be noted. You're asking good questions today, the Immaculate Grid. I don't appear to have answers. Tony Graffanino? Was Tony Graffanino in Atlantan? I don't think so. That seems incorrect. What about Freddie Sanchez? No, I don't think so, actually. Jose Bautista? No. Hey, what in the fuck do we have going on here? Man. Was Bartolo Colon in Atlantan? I feel like he might have been. I also feel like I've already screwed up, so, at this point we're just sort of playing out the string. But hey, Bartolo Colon was an Atlantan, so that's nice. Dude who played for Atlanta and also Kansas City is Brett Saberhagen. I think Brett Saberhagen was with the Atlantans for a hot minute. I'm incorrect about stuff. Perhaps I'm remembering Kevin Apier. I was not remembering Kevin Apier. Okay. Jorge Soler is an Atlantan and a Royal. Oh yes, everyone remembers Kansas City Royals legend Aroldis Chapman. Okay. All right, fine. Never mind then. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. But as you see on screen now, we will be back on Twitch later this evening with Cyberpunk 2077 after the truly excellent twist. Listen, I should have seen it coming. I did not see it coming. A truly excellent twist last time we played Cyberpunk. We will be back with it later tonight. We will have our interlude, and then, who knows? Maybe we'll meet the guy in the sunglasses in the photo there. All things are possible. Game is already to us. Oh yeah, Sam. Oh yeah. Last time we played Cyberpunk this past Friday, we got to there's a mission that they build up and you're kind of planning from the beginning, okay, we're going to pull this job. That job goes so fucking sideways, which is predictable. Everything that happens in the job is okay, I understand why this is happening. This is clearly a big deal situation, but story's got a story, video game's got a video game. So things do have to go unexpectedly wrong. And then, after things are done going unexpectedly wrong, there was an excellently done, well foreshadowed twist that I as a player didn't see coming, that the game just fucking nailed. So, yeah, story is already storying, game is already gaming, is good and fun, and we will play more of it later this evening on Twitch. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back tonight for Cyberpunk, Thursday morning for Gimmimimim. This is the end screen. Goodbye.